What up, YouTube? Timu is here. Well, it's Thursday. That means it's time for my what I call this video. I call my Getting Old video, where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Holy cow! I cannot believe this film turns 10. The film that turns 10 years old this week is the Adam Sandler comedy Grown Ups. Now, of course, this is the comedy. This is the buddy comedy that stars that of course stars the likes of Adam Sandler, Kevin James, David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Chris Rock, who all end up getting together, reuniting at this lake house after their basketball coach, played wonderfully by Blake Clark, ends up dying, and so they end up spending time with each other as well as their families. You got some really good young actors in this, like the late Cameron Boyce is in this. You got Alexis Nicole Sanchez, who does a great job at playing Adam Sandler's daughter. I want to get chocolate wasted. Who remember that line? And then you also got the likes of Maya Rudolph, Maria Bello. You got Salma Hayek is in this. Jamie Chung. I mean, remember the scene with that Mass and Pan girl? I hope that car never gets fixed. David Spade was a bit of a creep in this, but David Spade was pretty awesome. Of course, remember the scene where with Rob Schneider literally being with an older woman. I mean, when they say you love older women, they they really mean that. I'm guessing that is. That aside, Grown Ups, I really get a kick out. It is always pretty cool to see these five best friends finally team up for something. Then, of course, we had Grown Ups 2, which I didn't mind Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups 2 did not really get much love, but Grown Ups 2 is actually not half bad. But the first Grown Ups, the basketball scene is pretty decent. Adam Sandler really has some really decent chemistry with his best friends. David Spade was hilarious. Kevin James was great. I liked Rob Schneider in this. I really get a kick out of this movie more than most people do. All right, also turning 10, we got Night and Day, which is the action romantic comedy that stars Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. It's directed by James Mangold, the guy who gave us Walk the Line, Logan, Copland. He's a magnificent director. Every directors have their bad day in the office. Steven Spielberg has had his bad day in the office. Martin Scorsese. Sad to say, Night and Day is one of James Mangold's bad day in the office. It was not that good. It had its moments. Like, it wasn't a dumpster fire or anything. Like, that movie with Ashton Kutcher and Katherine Heigl, that movie was worse. But Night and Day had some moments. I did like the chemistry with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. So, of course, they ended up reuniting since Vanilla Sky. But this movie just didn't really hit right. It was a little dumb. Probably one of Tom Cruise's worst films in recent years. Tom Cruise didn't even sold this film at all. You can't really tell if it's an action, if it's a comedy or whatnot. The only thing that saves this film is the chemistry with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Those two did play off each other really well, but the film just didn't sit right. I'm sorry. I love James Mangold. Like, his films have always been decent. Logan, Ford v Ferrari, but just this one did not hit right. 20 years, of course, we got Chicken Run. The sequel was just announced this week. The Chicken Run Train 20 is unbelievable. The original Chicken Run from Aardman Entertainment is a really cool company. You got the voice of Mel Gibson in this, who's, of course, not coming back for the sequel for obvious reasons. Chicken Run has some really fun laughs. The animation was decent. It is crazy that it's been 20 years since Chicken Run got released. And I mean, Mel Gibson is no stranger to voice work either, because remember he voiced John Smith in Pocahontas. You remember that one? But that aside, Chicken Run was actually a pretty decent, charming anime. I always love Chicken Run. If you guys haven't really seen Chicken Run by now, definitely give it a shot. All right. Also, 20 years, we got the comedy Me, Myself, and Irene. The comedy starring Jim Carrey, Renee Zellweger. You had Chris Cooper, Richard Jenkins, Jamal Mixon, Tony Cox was in this. You had Anthony Anderson. It is, of course, the comedy that ended up reuniting Jim Carrey with his Dumb and Dumber director, Pierre Farrelly, and Chris Farrelly. Me, Myself, and Irene is pure Jim Carrey funness. It's hilarious. I like the chemistry between Jim Carrey and Renee Zellweger. Those two play off each other really well. I mean, this really felt like Dumb and Dumber just without the Dumber in it. Like, you had a bit of a Dumb and Dumber feel to it. I'm not saying it because, it is from the same director of Dumb and Dumber, but it does have a bit of a Dumb and Dumber feel. Jim Carrey was just... I love Jim Carrey in this role. He played this character really well with some fierce funniness. I mean, if you guys never really seen Me, Myself, and Irene, it's a very funny, raunchy, R-rated comedy. It's a good one. Definitely give this one shot. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, let me lead you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? Out of the 10 years one, the one that stands out to me the most has got to be Grown Ups. And the 20 years, even though I love Chicken Run, the one that stands out to me the most is Me, Myself, and Irene, the Jim Carrey comedy. That movie is hilarious. If you guys haven't really seen Me, Myself, and Irene yet, you gotta give that one a shot. It crazy to believe it's 20 years old. Anyway, let me leave you guys. I already mentioned that. Drop comments below of which of these films stand out to you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, C Movie signing off.